it hasn't even been like 12 hours since this whole Rice thing really got settled and we finally got it clearing. And Arsenal just like, you know what? Go 2 more. So it's like, come on, man. What's good, everybody? It's full-time Shipper back in the building. And yo, more news is coming through. It's dropping like hotcakes, man. It's dropping like it's hot, like Snoop Dogg and Pharrell in 2003ish. Like it's going crazy right now. We have more news. We have more confirmations and stuff from all the big sources out there, Ornstein, Romano, and all that stuff. Fabrizio. It's going crazy right now. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. But we have heard word that Reiss Nelson is locking in on a new deal today. New 4-year deal, long-term deal is going to get locked in at some point. Again, there was back and forth with this conversation, as we've heard in the months prior, that those team was mulling over it. There was, of course, offers from Brighton and a bunch of other clubs, but he has decided, as it seems, to lock it in with Arsenal and stick with us for a few more years. And this, I think this was a little bit more divisive on the Twitter timeline, as Twitter usually is, than I thought it would be. But my take is this: he absolutely deserves this deal. Absolutely deserves this chance to be in the squad. And I think it's a benefit to both of us to have this situation conclude how it's concluding and lock him in for. This is my thing. It's hard to manage a squad, of course. The way we see things, great players sometimes slip through the cracks of a team, and it's hard to maintain. It hasn't been an easy road for Reiss Nelson, of course, with the injuries and loan spells and all that stuff. But this past season proved to me that he's ready to contribute. He's ready to be somebody who steps up in a time of need, time and time again. 99% of the time that he stepped into games, or he subbed on, whatever, he was electric, he was lively, he was spark plug in our side. That is without a shadow of a doubt. When he stepped in, things changed. Go back to whatever example, me lose my voice over the the whole Bournemouth game at home, even when we were losing in the City game, even when we were getting spanked in the City game, I think it was at home as well, when Reiss came on late, like he made those little runs, like he looked sharp, he had them on their toes. There's just things you see that show the intent, the absolute quality, and where he can be if given that chance. And I think for far too long we've let talent, of course, slip by us. And again, there have been some rocky roads. There have been talent we've lost due to injury, and like we had to let him go. But there have been good talent that's come through, and we just didn't really give him the chance, or let him go by. We did give him a little bit of a run on, but then decided it wasn't in our plans. And in the grand scheme of things, it's starting to really work out again. Like Joe Willock is balling over in Newcastle, but we just didn't have time for him here. Ben Cherries has some good spells in Italy, like stuff like that. But for Reiss's case, this is on his end. He's proven without a shadow of a doubt that he deserves a spot in this team. He deserves to, one, not only fight for his place, but two, contribute wherever he can across so many competitions. Next season, back in Champions League. Got the league to fight for again, which everybody's again starting to gear up and get reinforcements in for. We got all these cups, like all these other competitions that are spread across. We need a versatile, we need a dynamic, durable squad. This is without a doubt. That was one of our feelings last season, and we obviously all know this, but we have to strengthen that, and we have to give people shots. Reiss deserves the shot to get more game time, to get more opportunity, to get more chance, for people to lose their voices over goals going in from his doing. We need that. And from our side, when you look at, I guess, just the business value of it, for somebody that provided so much impact in the Premier League, who's to say he can't do that in other competitions? I feel like that's a good marker for one. And two, when the winger market is really, really inflated like this, it's hard to justify what, it's hard to justify dropping a really good option in Reiss, where somebody would pay a good pretty penny to get him in their ranks, rather than drop him and get somebody else. Might not be as assured, or might be a slow on-ramp to, adapting to the Premier League. Again, I think of the Diabys that were linked, think of the Chukwuezes that were linked. Like, there's a lot of different options out there, of course, and if it's reasonable, if it's within Arsenal's bounds, I would love for extra reinforcements to get in. My personal opinion, I think we need a center forward, and again, a little bit of right wing cover just for Saka. but the right wing cover can come first, and I think that's Reiss. But the striker cover that can be addressed, I think, in the next season. I think that's a big striker signing coming for 2024. I really don't think we need an extra attacking signing central attacking signing, in my opinion, because we scored 88 goals, and that was half mass. That's without our main striker out for three months. A lot of different factors that went into that decision, or just my thought process. But I don't think we need that. It would be great to bolster that now, but I don't think we need it now. We're addressing other, fire drills in the spine of the team and elsewhere before we get to that stuff, which I think is perfectly fine because the amount of goals how we played, that's fine. But back to this situation with the wingers. Reiss can play on left wing, but Reiss can play right wing. Reiss is he has still got the spark, still got that potential to be great, and I don't think anybody who actually watched the Arsenal games and actually watched his appearances last season would deny that. They wouldn't refute that statement. So I really think this is well deserved. I really think he does deserve the shot, and I'm glad that we were able to secure him hopefully in a reasonable fashion. You know what I'm saying? The wages probably line up very well, and it's not a crazy cost jump to us because we're already spending big, so it can make sensible deals where needed. That's perfectly fine. We're seeing some great business with Adrian Timber. I think some great business with this, great business with some of the other contract extensions that are coming in. Like we need some updates on some of those, but I think again all that is coming down to great business, and it's a great plan of attack. Like having Reiss is nothing but, I think it's a positive. Again, outside of the injury thing, but I feel like that he'll hit a groove this season. I feel like he'll stay pretty healthy, but he'll hit a groove. That's my guess. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but I still think it's good. Reiss is good for us, and I think we're good. So I'm very, very happy about this, and I can't wait to see him cook this season, man. People who are doubting, I think the more run time he gets and the more minutes he gets in various competitions, you're gonna see it. He's gonna flourish from where he was last season. They take another step up, another step forward, and we move. But let me know how you feel about Reiss Nelson's contract extension. Comments section below. I want to hear from you. Thoughts. That's probably gonna be our winger cover. How do you feel about that? As opposed to signing another winger, maybe again like getting him out, getting somebody else to pair with Trossard or whatever. Which also I think there's also another side. I think Reiss is like a better out and out winger than Trossard. Trossard definitely like pops inside. He's more central. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a different conversation for a different day. But I just think the slight difference is there. The more explosiveness from Reiss makes it an easier case for him to be deemed a stronger winger in the squad. But that's beside the point. Let me know how you feel. We gonna get up out of here, but don't trip. We'll catch you in the next video. I'm sure there's more transfer news, and we'll see you soon. All right, COYG, we out of here.